We got 8:30 cash market open. Let's go. A lot of consolidation here and a break. Captain setup. It's a 6-prong captain setup. Looks like we're going to be heading toward our target of 93. Potential captain set up short on the 100 NT wrinkle. That was a nasty little thing. And right now we're looking at a captain setup short on the 100. Last time we had it, market ran up. We failed that one. Let's see if we can go back enough. Yeah, look at that one right here. Captain setup switch trade. So we're getting a bunch of those. So we want to see probably a rally. I mean, here they put a captain setup long on the 20. If we can get a rally back up, and then we'll start looking at a potential short. Good morning, Sheila. And ES is stronger than NQ today. We're trading above Globex, but there's no retracement whatsoever in this price action. We're looking at NQ right now, and it's just struggling. Keeps hitting that 60 and coming back to the 30, a 30-point range. And the market is just struggling in this area. Okay, another captain set up long. So ES is, I mean, you really need to break either above 86 or a trade above 305 for momentum to start picking up on ES. Man, that's a captain setup switch trade at the open here. That should be running up a little bit into the 60 again. Yeah, they're struggling. They're struggling. So we got close to the 60 and then got faded. So this is the second time they do it. Now we're at Globex. Okay, and the neutral zone, we should expect a bit of a bounce, but So we got that bounce off of Globex that we were talking about. The market is out of sync, and we had a rotation of a captain set up on the 100 NT Renko, and that rotation kind of hit harmony zone number 2 and give us a low and a higher low, right? Let's see here. Oh, wow. Okay. Back to Globex. That's forceful. Stop is 43. Okay. So I mean, if the market right here, well, no. I mean, it's like, I don't have a fucking chart. I mean, there's nothing going on in. I deleted that chart because we're just taking too much space, but I'm looking at the 50, and what I'm seeing here is just really not much movement from the morning when we started the conversation about ES. You really need either a break under 62.86 or a break above 300 into the 305 for momentum to establish itself. And right now we just dead center in the open. Yeah, you're gonna get that. You are gonna get that when the market is just very, very tight and consolidated. Captain set up long on the 70 NT Renko in NQ. So that sets the stage for a rally, really. You have Globex under you, and you have Harmony Zone number 2 under you, and I wanna see if we can find an entry here. Interesting. Yeah, like we really need to kind of protect it right here. Okay. And we're not getting that protection. We're back to Harmony Zone number 2 support. Yeah, there 70 NT Renko. I mean, it hasn't failed yet, but It's on its way if we start breaking anything under the 10. Market is just literally just going back and forth. Yeah, they broke that captain setup. Okay. On the 70. Hmm. Switch trade and ran the stops. Okay. So they're playing around, breaking and coming back to the neutral zone. What time is it? It's 8:43. 9 o'clock we have FOMC member Barr speaks. And crude oil inventory report at 9:30 today. Beige book at 1 o'clock Eastern. And really beside that, really nothing else going on. Let's take a look at ES here again. Yeah, here we go. So that's what you want to see. And then the 86s. You start getting 86s, then we'll start moving somewhere. Okay, so ultimately, if this kind of behavior continues, we're going to end up having to break that 993.75. The market is out of sync, so it's a two-sided market. And okay, that went away. So that would be a little bit of a higher low if they break it back up. Okay. So what do we make out of this? It's choppy price action around the middle of the range. And if we continue to go up, like if we break 26, that will establish a waiting and waiting for the ranges to break either high or low. If you feel like you need to trade, look for stop runs in the direction of that captain setup on the 100. So as the market runs up and run a stop, that would be like right here. I'm gonna take I don't like it. I may have stuck my finger in a trade that I don't need to be in. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, here we go. That's what I need. I need this thing to close lower. A switch trade. That's I was anticipating the switch trade. Gonna get out of this trade. That's fine. A little bit of patience. Now they're running the stops. A little bit of patience. If they put a switch trade here, I'll jump in. I'm in it. Add to it. We need a break. Take one off and let them run the stops, and I'll take another one. Yeah. They paused right here, and that means that they're going to probably bounce it right back up. We're very close to a whole number, so. And we're at the whole number. All right, well, I mean, that gave us a little bit even more than what we got, but that's fine. I mean, hey, I mean, I was in the right place. I just got in early here, and I just didn't want to sit through a whole stop. So I took the stop, and I got it right back in those two trades. I took the switch trade, then I added to it, and when it paused right under that bottom, I covered. That's fine. Let's keep working. Here it comes. Let's look at it. This is gonna be the trade of the day, right? All right, so our target was a 68.75 right here. Then you got target number 3 coming up after that. Target number 1, target number 2, target number 3. Target, next target is 943. 943. That's where next target. Target number 3 is about to get hit, and 943.75 is the next target after that. Rallies are shortable on a swing trade basis against that captain setup that we talked about. You know, see that captain setup we talked about? I mean, that was instigating a massive move in the market. ES, where's ES? ES is moving a little bit better, and now we're getting that break. A close under 62.80 will close that candle. Then on a swing trade basis, we'll be looking for Globex at 73.75, and then you have the low of the Globex session, and that will be at 62.56. Patience, patience. We have 4 minutes to the top of the hour. You know, we're at target number 3 here. Let's see if we can get a follow-through trade, maybe a railroad right here. Which lends us, here we go. Okay, let's see if I can get... Let's see if we can get a push. Target number 3 and out. I want more for it than this, but I mean, we're hitting a target. I was really kind of pushing my luck taking that trade. Let's see if we can get back in. We're at target number 3. Now, if we go above 83, that's a captain setup long on 50 NT wrinkle. So I got to watch that, 83. And here comes that.
Time to get up and go.
All right, so what I'm going to do, take my 5-minute break. It's top of the hour. Let them shake people around this. Here comes 83. I mean, that may be a big deal here. This thing is all over the place. Yeah, let me see where. Yeah, here we go. We got ourselves a 50 NT wrinkle captain set up, and potentially we could go to 94 off of it, as long as we continue to protect that 65. All right, I'm gonna give it a shot. We should be. Here it comes, here it comes. Captain setup right here. I actually need to add to it. and see if I can pop it to 85. Took one off. Let's see if we can get to the 90s. There's a bunch of stops sitting above there at 85. So a push here would be nice. Okay. That pullback, man, that's fine. We made a little bit of money, but I want to look for another entry. Here we go, another entry right there at that 76. We should be at 90s. You have a captain set up long on the 50, and this pullback took out the stops and they bought it back up. So as long as that 64 holds, we can still entertain a run up to 90. I don't want to see 64 though. All right, I'm gonna take a shot at it right here, and here we go. All right, we need another push, and if it breaks anything under 70, I'm out. Look at these bastards. Yeah, they're okay. Yeah, it's not stable. Should be a lot more stable here. And definitely didn't want to see 64. All right, I'm gonna take a 5-minute break and come back. Yeah, look at these bastards. Well, yeah, that's an 6 pound captain set up long, and a 70 NT wrinkle captain set up long. So now the market is out of sync, and they're rotating a little bit higher. All right, let's see. Let's see a pullback. Let's see a pullback. Maybe we'll get involved on the counter. Yeah, that'll be sketchy. I mean, if it runs back up, I'm running into resistance and a full, uh, a whole number. Let's wait a little bit here and see what's going on. 86.97. So 68, 78, 78. Okay. Yeah, market is in sync on the short side. Why am I doing this? Okay. So they're challenging that captain setup on the 70. What? Let's talk about ES. ES closed that candle. Rallies are shortable on a swing trade basis with a target of 63.2375. Now, basically, both ES and NQ are singing the same song. 78, 88. So they're running the stops. They ran the stops under, and they're running the stop above that range. You have resistance right above you here. Okay. So that makes it a little bit kind of tricky to try to go short and not quite favorable for a long. I mean, a gravitational pull can take us to 23,019. That is Globex right there. So if I'm thinking in terms of shorts, what do I need to see? I need to see the prices under Globex band right there. So under 68. If I am long, what do I want to see? I want to see a break above the whole number and a retracement that holds on a higher low. If I want to be early, what would I do? I would start shorting in here, hoping we don't see the 4 and the 10. But that's kind of risky because the market is really making a higher low and protecting a captain setup on the 70. So really the best thing for me to do is to wait for either a break above 5 or a break under 68, and then see if the market is more convincing. And I'm gonna take a 5-minute break again since the market is kind of wiggy like this. I'll be back. All right. So what do we do with this thing? How is everybody doing, by the way? Just a check. Where you guys are at. Huh. Okay, we got 3 minutes to crude oil inventory report. That's coming up. Okay. You got it, Becca. You got this. Let's keep working. Okay. Like right here, maybe. Can I get something going? Or maybe not. Can I get to target number 2? Here we go. Get to target number 2. We should be able to get there because there's a lot of stops sitting right there at that 10. Here we go. Come on. Boom. Thank you. I'll take it. The target is 19, but the first stop is that 10. And here we're getting a bit of a pause and inventory report. Here we go. So what do I have to do here to kind of stick around? Target number 3 actually in this is 23. So we're gonna get to Globex and potentially go to target number 2 here, which is 27. Really? Wow. That sucks. Look at this bad boy right there. It was a good spot. No, that one would be you always could try. The worst thing they could do is say no, but um, you just have to kind of like whenever before you close your station for the day, go to your orders and make sure you have nothing in there. And go to rhythmic and do the same. And in rhythmic, you gotta go to positions, and under position C. Okay, well, in trade of 8, PAs or evals? PAs? Ah, that sucks. Yeah, just see what they say. I mean, the worst case scenario is to tell you no, right? Yeah, sorry about that, Becca. I know that doesn't feel any good. You work hard, and then you get that issue. All right, so that's resistance. We hit a high, and now if this rotates lower again, that's a lower high. Right, that's a lower high, and the market is responding to it. So a high, a lower high against Globex and Harmony Zone number 2. So the market is gonna, at a minimum, bounce around here, and then if we break the 95, 93, that will set us up for um, a more convincing momentum on the short side. Yeah, look at that. I mean, they're coming. They're coming. That's a whole number switch trade. That makes it sketchy. Okay, let me see if I can get a push. Down. Nope. I'm out of it. I think there's some issue with the internet here or something. Hmm. Okay. It's interesting that they do that. Back to Globex. Wow. Okay. Right, Let them rally this thing back up a little bit. Market is back in sync on the short side. We have a high, a lower high, and multiple lower highs here. So you have Globex as, you know, big time resistance, and the key here is to see a bit of a rally and see if we can find ourselves in an entry. Hmm. You're playing around with that whole number. It's not a bad spot to go short, be honest with you, right here, but let me see if I can get a better price than just the close of that candle. Okay. Market is in sync on the short sides. Rallies are shortable on a swing trade basis. Target is 943. We'll reevaluate if we break anything above 29. Okay, that's just very noisy here. That's a lot of noise. I mean, we're spending from 36.46, which 10 minutes in just like a 15-point range. I mean, that's a Captain 7. They broke it. We're hitting glowbacks. We need a pullback, and we'll start looking for entry points. I mean, the market it gets in sync, out of sync, in sync, out of sync, which is a sign that the market is just simply not trending. So you got to take quick profits. Okay, that's a rejection. That's a rejection. That's a big time rejection. Not only that, but now we have a captain set up short on the 100 into Rinko. We need to get aggressive on the short side, and I'm gonna start right here, or better. Damn it! I need a rally. Yeah, let them rally this thing. I mean, my stop is gonna be 30, which is really a big stop, but what's going on here? I'm posting orders not filling, so I'm taking them out. Captain setup switch trade. There must be some news in the market. What time is it? 9:55. Look at this. Yeah, somebody said something stupid. Guarantee you. I need. Okay. Just gonna take a chill pill here. Four minutes to the top of the hour. So that's long. Yeah, that was a wild one right there. I was placing orders and just none of it was getting filled. Back to Globex. Nice flush. I mean, that's what we're doing. Look at this. Captain set up short, another captain set up short, but now we have that reversal candle. So if we can get this candle to close lower at 69, that would be huge on the short side. That would be really huge. So watch for that level, which is the bottom end of the Globex band, which is 70. And if we get to 85, there'll be a captain set up short on the 70. So now we have a 100 and a 70 that will be engaged. And I feel like I can take a little bit more risk and get aggressive. But the market has to do these things. 83, for example. Come on. I know I'm gonna get aggressive with this, and I have to take on multiple contracts, and I have to do a lot of things here. Get to 70. I gotta take it here. Why did I take it here? Let's wait for another rally, and I need to get back in. It's just we're at the bottom end of the Globex band, so that is an area of support, and the market is trying to bounce it right up here. Here it comes. Here comes a bounce, and I wanna look at that bounce to get back in with a stop of 93. Actually, it's not a stop. There's a bigger stop, which is the 13, but made a little bit of money, but and that is a switch trade. Holy crap. Captain setup, switch trade on the 100 NT Rinko. So we're, the stop to it is 306 to see prices under 80. That is nasty. I'm gonna take a shot at a pushback to target number 1 and potentially 10. We need to get to 10. Flat, flat, flat. Okay, that's fine. We'll try it again here in a second. I mean, this is all over the place. This became a captain setup. So, I mean, you have resistance up here, but Globex is an attractant. No fill. It's gonna run. So I'm gonna have to cancel it. Here comes 10. 10 and 20 to Globex. I mean, if you look at the like a couple of hours worth of trading, is nothing but sideways consolidation. Like this is, when was the last time we ever seen this? Okay, I like that captain setup. This captain setup is profitable. You came into this captain setup short. That's profitable. Then you got a switch trade. You would bank money that this thing is gonna go lower to the 50s and 40s, and the market just boom shifts and retests. Now they put a captain setup. So there's a good chance that we break the 34 with that type of behavior. and we're going back to resistance. I mean, we're making a little bit of money here, but positive day. All right, let me take a 5-minute break and come back. 5-minute break. We're right at Globex. I mean, yeah, they're gonna probably break it up and just shoot up to 45. You know, this capped harmony zone number 2 is holding up, but we keep making higher lows, right? Keep making higher lows. The market is inching higher. I can tell you this: the trading today is not an easy day. It's just full of traps and failed this, failed that. You should get target number 3. Just don't over. Yeah, I mean today's that kind of day. I mean I managed a little bit of money here. I mean across all accounts I'm making money, but I don't call today like an easy day at all. But those are the kind of days if you know when you make money you feel really good about yourself. It's like okay, there's so many traps, a lot of false moves here and there and everywhere, and I navigated through all of that and made something. Here comes that 40. I know you're stressing you over 5 points. Yeah, I mean the 50 is the 40. I mean we're gonna get to that 40, so I understand that part. But if that is gonna be what's happening, we're gonna go to 70 after that. Target is hit. Next target is the top end of the globe expand, which is 70. You have to ask yourself, Stephen, why you keep getting stopped out. You may simply be uh, trading too quickly and too closely to the market, and you're gonna constantly get stopped out right before a move. You're probably better off just holding on to your original stop and then letting the market, you know, a breathing room so it could run. Whoa, 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 whoa! What are you guys doing? Who's talking today? I mean, there's not much. Okay. Target number. Damn. Wow. Okay. Think I'm lagging? I think everybody's lagging. The market is just all over the place. Yeah, I'm not. I'm just gonna just chill here for a little bit. This thing is wild. Yeah, I mean maybe that's the market is just he's a he's a voice of reason in a crazy environment. Target number 3. Okay. We're heading toward a whole number, and the next target is 93. So, well, is it news? I don't think there's news out there. Let me see here. White House official: Trump likely to fire Chair Powell soon. Exact timeline for decision. Wow. Okay. Hitting harmony zone number 1. Market is out of sync, but that is a bit of a resistance coming up on that level. Hey, David. Hey, good job, Steven. Damn. Okay, we're trying to protect it. Let's see. I'm in target number 3. So they went to target number 2, 1, yeah, 2. Here we go, 9 o'clock, 10:30. It's very volatile, man. That's an emotional market. Let's see ES and how it's doing. Yeah, ES is definitely bleeding off, and we're at the bottom end of that range. So there's a bit of a bounce against Globex, but ultimately we're hitting target number 1. We break that, we have targets lower. You don't want to see anything above 62.80 on a swing trade basis. And here comes another round of sellers. So the market is trying to factor in Powell leaving. That's target hit. Now next target is 893. 893. I need to be in this market. Here we go. Man. All right. Took a scalp, which is a trigger trade during the harmony wave. Target is target number 2. I took an earlier target. That's fine. Let's look for another one. We're getting momentum. We're getting direction. Target 2 hit. Wow. Boom. Target number 3 is hit. Next target is 868 on a swing trade basis. Target is hit. Next target is 843. Man. Yeah, this is trending. Next target is coming up here, 843. Any improvements, Becca? I mean, are you up now, or how we're doing? Whereas ES is massive move. So I mean, like we talked earlier on that 80, 62.80. Once you break that, you got Globex. Once you break that, you're gonna get the bottom end of the range. Then you have a flush. That's what we're getting. Big old flush. Market now is trying to take a breather. And if we break anything above 80, there will be a two-sided market, and the shorts will be pausing for a moment. All right. Two-sided market, and we're going to get a little bit of a push here. You see how forceful they are whenever they're trying to short cover. So we may end up actually reversing all the way back up to 918. We're into resistance area right now. We're going to see resistance here. A little bit of resistance probably will come back to target number 3 to retest. Nope. Very good, very good, very fast. All right, so with this kind of move, there's a good chance that we can see the next rotation, which is 943. It's a wild one. Next target is 968. I took it for a quick scalp here. Switch trade, switch trade. I mean, those are good for a punch, but man, the market is so spastic that you don't want to stick around for too long. I mean, like, look at that. I mean, that should have been a stop run, taking it to target number 3, and you're small. Okay, so if we, and that is an if we break it to 22, that will produce a captain setup short on the 70 NT Renko. We have a captain setup short on the 50, and that'll be a 6 prong on 23. And I'm gonna just get aggressive if that happens. But it has to happen, right? Switch trade here would be interesting. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. All right, baby, let's go. 55, 60. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Boom, boom, boom. Don't stop. Okay. See, that pause is just always a thing. I mean, it hit the target really, just mine was one tick higher. It's wild. So what's going on, Becca? Any good news? Any good trades? Any trades, Sheila? It's a wild one. Okay, market is out of sync here. All right, so let's see if we can capture something. Gonna take this trade off. Wow, I was yeah. Take this trade off. It's a little bit noisy here. Yeah, here comes the market again, selling off.